Morning, guys. Welcome to our 9:30 class, 9:30 Pilates class. Okay, we'll start around 9:32 or 3. Okay, just wait for people to jump on there. Okay, good morning, guys. Those just joining in there. Welcome to our Tuesday Pilates class. We'll give it another, again, we'll start around 9:33 or 4, just depending how many people join in there. I'll just give it another minute or two. Okay, so guys, for just whoever's joining in there, okay, so the class again will be in around 4 minutes long. Okay, so just on some of the moves too, I will make, as I always say, some of the moves easier or tougher with some coaching points, obviously dependent on the level you want to work at. Okay, so we'll get a warm up, and again, just work through the warm up and the moves in the warm up as best you can, and then just throughout the class, just bring your focus, as I always say in my Pilates classes, to your breath, number one. Okay, and then just that really strong neutral pelvic position throughout a lot of the moves. Okay, so maintaining as much stability through your lower back, particularly as possible. Okay, and a lot of the moves. And again, I'll just give you the coaching points and the cues at the start of the class to really focus on your pelvic floor engagement, trying to engage TVAs throughout the class, so your transverse abdominals, and really bringing all those points together throughout the class. Okay, so we'll get going on the warm up. We'll start from the floor, and we'll just get a bit of breath work done, and then we will start our warm up and work our way up to a stand. Okay, so just grab a space, guys, there on the floor. Okay, and then we will get going, working our way up from the ground up to a stand. Okay. I think everyone can see me there. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so starting off, guys, on the floor. Okay, so feet flat on the ground to start. And then when you're ready, I want you to bring both hands directly up overhead with palms of the hands facing towards the roof. Okay, so in that position, just reach the hands as far overhead as you can, keeping 2 feet flat on the floor, so bring the heels close to the bum. And keeping the hands overhead, just take a few deep breaths in and out. 2 feet flat on the floor. And again, as I said, just focus on your breath, focus on the direction of your breath, and focus on the speed of your breath. So direction of breath into the nose, out through the mouth, or in and out through the nose, whatever is comfortable. And again, the speed of the breath, particularly on some of the moves throughout the class, just focusing on slowing that breath down and using your breath throughout the moves. Okay, keep the hands overhead to start. Focus on a breath out. And then on your breath in, slide your forearms towards your shoulders. And then breath out, slide the forearms again directly up overhead. So breathing in, you're bringing your hands towards your shoulders. Breathing out, you're sliding your forearms directly up overhead. Breath in, slide the forearms toward the shoulders, slide the hands toward the shoulders. And breath out, slide the forearms directly up overhead. Just get 2 or 3 more of those done by yourself. So breath in, hands toward the shoulders. Breath out, nice and forceful. Bring the hands directly up overhead. Breath in, bring the hands back towards the shoulders. Once more, breath out, slide the forearms directly up overhead. Okay, from there, extend both legs long to the ground, so point toes away from the body, reach the hands directly up overhead, just get a full body stretch. Okay, so just reach the hands as far away from the feet as possible. And again, just use your breath to aid that stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from there, guys, keep the left heel on the floor. I want you to just tuck your right knee into your chest and just wrap your hands around that right leg and hold. Just breathing in, breathing out of that stretch, feeling that knee drifting towards your chest and the breath out. Again, keeping that left heel on the floor at all times. So again, be conscious of your breaths, be conscious of the speed of your breaths, and be conscious of the direction of your breath. Okay, from there, we'll swap sides, so reset the right knee to the floor, tuck your left knee to your chest, and wrap your hands around that left leg and hold. And again, just use your breath, taking the breath out, just feeling that knee drifting toward your chest. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from there, we're just going to roll onto your right hand side to start off. Okay, so just nice control, roll onto the right side. And then when you're ready, just roll your body to face towards the floor. Okay, so from there, hands come in front. Okay, and again, take a breath in, bring the hands towards the chest, towards the rib cage. And then when you're ready, take another deep breath in. And on the breath out, just lift that chest off the ground, into that cobra stretch. Keep the 2 heels flat on the floor. Okay, so looking straight ahead, just trying to draw the shoulder blades back and down. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from there, guys, sitting back on the heels as far as possible. Just reach the hands in front, tuck the head between the hands and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from there, we're going to transfer onto all fours. Okay, so on the hands and knees. Okay, and then when you're ready, just push the hips into the air, push the heels down to the floor, and drop the head between the hands and hold. So just into that downward dog position. We're just going to hold that position now for the next 15 seconds or so. And again, just breathing in and out of the stretch, trying to get the 2 heels as close to the floor as you can. Trying to get your head as close to your chest as possible. And again, using your breath to aid each stretch here and warm up. Okay, from there, walk the hands slowly in towards the feet and come all the way to a stand. Okay, from there, facing forward, okay, feet together, about your shoulder width apart, whenever comfortable here. Hands come directly up overhead, interlock the fingers, take a deep breath in, and then on the breath out, just reach the hands over right or left shoulder, and then push the opposite hip away from those hands as far as possible. For 3, 2, and 1. Swapping sides, so again, reach the hands directly up overhead, push the hands in the opposite direction, and push the hip away from those hands. Interlocking the fingers, and again, just using your breaths to feel that stretch on your right or left hand side. For 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from there, step into the back of your mat, wherever you have some space there. Okay, we're going to work our way onto the front of the mat. Okay, or onto towards that carpet in front of you. So, hands come directly up overhead. From there, take a deep breath in. And on the breath out, just to start off, just reach the hands toward the feet and just hold that position, just breathing in and out of that stretch. So just letting your upper body collapse towards the floor. Okay, sitting the hips back, trying to get the palms of the hands towards the floor. Or just try to get the palms of the hands as close to your feet as you can. So just hold out there again for the next 15 seconds or so. Breathing in and out of that stretch, just feeling that lower back release, just feeling the hamstrings release, the back of the body, the back of the legs. Okay, and then nice and controlled, nice and slowly. Aim to make it out in 2 or 3 steps with the hands. Just walk your hands out to a push-up position, nice and slowly. Okay, get to that high plank or push-up position. And then when you're ready, just walk your hands straight back in to your feet and come to that stand once more, standing nice and upright. Okay, we'll do 2 more. A little bit different this time. So again, hands overhead to start. From there, down and touch the toes. And straight away, let's walk those hands out to that push-up or high plank position. Okay, last time then, walk the hands, or second last time rather, walk the hands back in towards the feet. And 1 more to go. Okay, hands overhead. And again, using the breath, down and touch the toes. Nice and controlled, walk your hands out to that push-up position. Okay, and then last time, walk the hands straight back in towards the feet. Okay, nice control then from the standing position. Okay, feet facing forward. Okay, feet again in line with hips or in line with shoulders. We're just going to get a few pelvic shifts from standing. Okay, before we start the class. Okay, so feet again, shoulder width apart, hip width apart. Shoulders come back and down. Okay, and from there, keeping everything nice and stable through the head, through the shoulders. Just moving that lower back forward and back. Okay, so rolling the pelvis forward, and then rolling the pelvis back in the opposite direction. So you're getting that arch into your lower back. Okay, and then to reverse that, push the hips forward, just level off that lower back or flatten off the lower back. Okay, let's get 2 or 3 more then by yourself in each direction. So again, as I say, you get into extreme number 1 by getting that arch into your lower back. Okay, and then reverse that by getting to extreme number 2 by flattening off the lower back. Okay, get that straight line into the lower back. Okay, let's get 1 more in each direction. And then push the hips forward, flattening off the lower back. Okay, so we've got some movement into our lower back, stepping back to where we started from in the last move, stepping back to the mat. Hand from overhead last time, down touch the toes. Okay, get to that high plank or push-up position, walk the hands out. Okay, and then from here, you're going to push your hips slightly towards the roof. Okay, and then from here, just going to swan dive towards the floor. So dropping the chest, head, the floor, swan dive forward and through. And again, coming into that cobra stretch we did about 2 or 3 minutes ago. So again, rolling the shoulders back and down, looking straight ahead. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from here, sitting back into child's pose, sitting all the way back on the heels, reaching the hands in front. Okay, and then once more into that downward dog position. So push the hips up, drop the head between the hands and hold. Okay, last time then we're going to come to a stand, push the hands into the floor, and come all the way to a stand. Okay, from here, guys, facing forward, okay, or facing wherever you can see the screen. We're just going to get a bit of single leg work in the warm-up. Okay, so I'm going to start on my right leg. So if you want to start on your right leg, it'll be handy so we can both work off the same side. Okay, so shoulders come back and down. And again, from here on in now for the rest of the class, let's really focus on keeping that stability through your upper body, okay, or through your limbs, depending on the move you're working. So really focus on what's not moving as opposed to what is moving. Okay, from here, standing on the right or left leg. Okay, just sweeping that left leg forward and back. So I'm starting on my right leg. Kick the left leg forward and back nice and gently. And again, as I always say, think about gripping the mat with your big toe on your heel bone. Okay, keep your hands by your sides or your hands on your hips, whatever is comfortable. But again, as you can see, I'm keeping as much stability through my upper body and through my standing leg as I can. Okay, so again, really focus on gripping the mat with the big toe on the heel bone. So again, I'll speak in about 2 or 3 minutes about resurrecting that arch in the foot. Okay, on both feet while we have both feet on the floor to engage pelvic floor in about 2 or 3 minutes time. Okay, from there, change that move up slightly. So foot starts in front, sweep the foot behind. Okay, and then sweep the foot in front once more. Okay, so again, you don't have to work at a really fast pace here. So really focus on getting good controlled reps. Okay, keeping the hands by the sides, keeping the hands on the hips, whatever's comfortable. Okay, again, really focus on keeping that stability through the body, keeping that stability through that single leg. And at any time, if you need to take a break, just place the opposite leg on the floor to regain your balance. Okay, and really focus on the breath again, controlling the move and aiding the move on the right or left leg. Good. Okay, from there, back to standing once more. Again, if you need to take a break, place that opposite leg on the floor. Nice control, nice and tall up to the upper body. Just let's start to move that leg outside the body this time. So just control the kick outside the body, back to your starting position. Again, let's not try and make that a momentum swing. So control the leg out of the body and then back to its starting position each time. Not letting the body move in the opposite direction to lift that leg out of the body. So control with each repetition. Good. Okay, from there, back to standing. Again, get your bearings, get your balance. Same leg, turn the foot to 45 degrees. So externally rotate that hip joint. And then from there, just kick and release. Just tapping the heel bone, the outside of the foot, at the back of the foot off the floor with each repetition again. So nice controls. And again, let's focus on that stability on the right leg. So I'm standing on the right leg. But again, to lift that leg now, to lift that left leg, you're not letting any other part of your body move. For 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, from there, take a break. We're going to swap sides. So again, I'm moving onto my left leg. So I'm standing on my left leg. Okay, shoulders again come back and down. Focus on staying nice and tall up through the upper body. And again, resurrect the arch in that left foot for me. So big toe and heel bone in contact with the floor. Shoulders back and down, hands by the rib cage or by the hips or on the hips, and gently start to move that left leg or right leg forward and back. Think of a pendulum on a clock. Think a good, clean, distinct movement through the right leg. Okay, and again, at any stage, if you need to take a break, just balance that right or left foot on the floor to regain your balance. So the key throughout these moves is balance, okay, coordination of the breath, and moving that lower leg or lower limb. 3, 2, 1. Okay, placing the foot in front this time, shoulders again back and down. Start to move this leg forward and back. So drawing a semicircle with that right foot for me. Again, keeping everything as stable as possible through your upper body as possible. Good, control, tap the toe each time. And again, keep the balance with that right or left leg, keeping the big toe and the heel bone on the floor at all times. Good again, if you need to get your balance at any time, just bring that opposite leg to the floor, so you have 2 feet in the floor to regain your balance. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from there, back to your stand. And again, try and keep as much pressure through that standing leg as you can. Shoulders back and down. Start to move that leg outside the body. Again, hands by the sides or hands on the hips, whatever is comfortable. Gripping through the big toe on the heel bone, keeping again that strong position through the standing leg. Through the upper body, nothing moves. Through the head, nothing moves. And again, do not make it a momentum swing. Control the drop and the lift on each repetition. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last move again on this left leg. Shoulders back and down. Externally rotate that hip joint. The foot is facing forward. So imagine you're kicking a football with your instep. And then lift and release. Good. Control in each direction. So again, don't make it a swing. So the lower back, the upper body, the shoulders, the head, nothing should move. Just lift and control with each rep. Again, just getting to that point with your feet, you can control the leg up and down. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, from there, take a break. Okay, shake out the legs, and then I'm just going to talk you through the points of activating pelvic floor, okay, and activating transverse abdominals, okay, to aid you and to make some moves tougher throughout the class. Okay, so standing again as you were, again, as I said about 2 or 3 minutes ago, feet in line with hips, hips in line with shoulders, shoulders back and down. Okay, and what we did from standing about 5 minutes ago was getting those pelvis shifts forward and back. So shifting the pelvis forward, shifting the pelvis back, getting that arch into your lower back, okay, and then reversing that by pushing the hips forward, flattening off that lower back. What I want you to do then is come to that neutral point, okay, or that neutral position between those 2 points. Okay, so good neutral position, stay nice and tall, head comes back into a good strong position. From there, if again you're familiar with these concepts, just use your breath to activate pelvic floor. If you're not, I'm just going to take 30 seconds for those of you who may not be familiar with the concepts. So what I do always is bring my left hand to my tailbone, my right hand to my pubic bone, and then keeping that neutral position with my pelvis, focusing on my breath, particularly my breath out, trying to close the gap between my left hand and my right hand. So drawing my tailbone towards my pubic bone, drawing my pubic bone up towards my navel or up towards my belly button. Okay, keeping everything as stable as possible in around the hips, in around the lower back. And again, using my breath, particularly my breath out to activate pelvic floor. Breath in, breath out. Draw your tailbone to your pubic bone. Draw your pubic bone at the front of your body, there to your right hand, up towards your belly button or up towards your navel. Again, keeping everything as stable as possible. Again, for those of you who are familiar with these concepts, just continue breathing, using your breath out to activate pelvic floor. Drawing tailbone to pubic bone, drawing your pubic bone up towards your navel, keeping the tummy quiet, keeping the glutes quiet. And again, bringing in those points I spoke about previously, resurrecting the arch in both feet by gripping the mat with your big toe and heel bone on both feet. And again, just taking a few more breaths in and out before we make our way onto the floor. So again, be really conscious of the breath out. Breath in, trying to hold that connection, and then the next breath out, trying to re-engage and reinforce that connection of pelvic floor. Again, for those of you who are familiar with the concepts, think about drawing 2 hip bones at the front of the body in towards the navel or in towards the belly button, and then in turn drawing your belly button towards your spine. Okay, if it's your first or second Pilates class, just really focus on pelvic floor engagement. Okay, just activating that sling muscle beneath the body. Okay, the connection between your upper body and your lower body, and the point between your left hand and your right hand, which I spoke about for the last minute or so. Okay, from there, again, bringing those points throughout the class, we're going to make our way onto the floor. Okay, so again, to make our way onto the ground, down, touch the toes, walk your hands out to that high plank position. Okay, and from here, we're just going to hold this position. So again, as you can see, my hands are stacked directly beneath my shoulders. Okay, my lower back is in that good strong plank position. Okay, and imagine now you're standing in the position you just were about 30 seconds ago, being really strong through the body. Okay, being nice and stable through the lower back, being nice and stable through the feet. Okay, so again, remember that position where you were from standing with both feet firmly on the floor, with the big toe and heel bone gripping the mat. Okay, head is in neutral, shoulders in a good strong position. From here, we're just going to hold this for the next 20 seconds, just using your breath, okay, again, to engage pelvic floor from this position. So here on in for the next 25 minutes or so, really focusing, okay, on pelvic floor, maintaining the stability of the body, and pelvic floor controlling each of the moves and each of the repetitions which we do. Breath in, breath out, pelvic floor engagement, breath in, hold the connection, one more breath out, pelvic floor, from there just drop onto all fours. Okay, so on the hands and knees, guys. Okay, next few moves will be difficult, I suppose, on the wrists or hands. So if you have any difficulty in holding your body weight through your hands, just place your knuckles on the floor, okay, like so. So from here, we're going to back up into that high plank position. We're going to do 6 reps off each side. If you need a break at any stage, take your break. Okay, points to think about, again, maintaining that flat line with lower back and using my breath to control my arms here in this next move. Okay, stepping back with the feet, okay, into that high plank position. Okay, set the feet nice and wide and start to have a high or a good strong base of support. Okay, and then from here, 6 reps every second side. Reach the left hand in front, reset. Reach the right hand in front, reset. So you're doing 12 reps in total, that's 2 for me. Nice controlled. Reach the hand, reset. 3, 4. Okay, if you can go at my pace, do so. If you need to drop onto your knees at any stage to do this move, do so. Halfway. 6. Good, 4 to go. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, from there, just sitting back in child's pose, just relaxing the hands, relaxing the arms for a few seconds. Okay, from here, we're going to come into a half-point push-up position. So, hands again in the same position, stepping back this time with the knees. Okay, so you're rolling onto the tops of the kneecaps, tops of the thighs. So really focus on those contact points, rather. Okay, not being on the kneecaps, but on the tops or bottom of the thighs. So, as you can see, my kneecaps aren't on the floor. Okay, and as you can see also, my lower back does not drop towards the ground. So, again, keeping that strong position with my lower back, hands directly beneath my shoulders. From here, we're into our Pilates push-up. So, brushing your elbows by your rib cage, not letting the elbows flare out to the body. Okay, we're going for 12 reps. Again, at any stage, you need to take a break, take a break. Okay, so using your breath, take a breath in as you drop towards the floor, and breath out as you press yourself away from the ground. Okay, so off we go, 12 reps. Okay, breath in, and breath out. Okay, again, think about the points, think about the breath out being your pelvic floor activation. So as you press yourself away from the floor, you're actively engaging pelvic floor. Okay, one point I forgot about, turn the toes away from the body. Okay, breath in, breath out, that's 2 reps, let's go. 3, 4. Again, not letting that break come into my lower back whatsoever. 5, 6. Good. Again, brush the elbows by the sides. 7. Good for 8. Again, lower back stays strong, point the toes. Pelvic floor engagement as you press yourself away from the floor. Good. 9. 10. 2 more. Again, lower back stays strong. Take your time with 2 reps to go. Good. 1 more. Again, breathe in as you drop, breath out as you press. Sitting back in child's pose, taking a break. Okay, and then when you're ready, we're going to make our way onto all fours once more. Okay, so from here, on all fours, again on the hands and knees, what I want to do here for the next 30 seconds or so is just to actively get to that neutral pelvic position, okay, as we have done from standing. So, knees beneath the shoulders, hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips, just drop the lower back towards the floor, okay, and then just look straight ahead. Okay, so you're getting that good strong arch into your lower back. So again, extreme number 1, as I say. And then to reverse that, just drop the tail 1, press the 2 hands into the ground, tuck the chin towards the chest and hold. Okay, from there we'll do 1 more in each direction. So dropping the lower back, looking straight ahead, getting that arch into my lower back. Okay, deep breath in, and again, breath out, drop the tailbone, press the 2 hands, tuck the chin toward the chest, and get to extreme number 2 by getting that round through the shoulders. Okay, and from there, when you're ready, come into that neutral position. Okay, so again, as you can see there on the screen, my hands are beneath my shoulders, my lower back's completely flat. And I'm taking the time there as I'm explaining the move. Okay, get my connection, use my breath, and engage pelvic floor. Okay, from here, we're going to work our left leg to start. So just working left leg into our donkey kick. Okay, so all I wanted us to do is again keep both hands and right knee on the floor, and then start to lift that left leg up, okay, to that 90-degree bend. We're going to do 6 reps off each side to start. Okay, so off we go. So 2, control through the pelvic floor. So initiate this move and control the move. Okay, through pelvic floor and through the transverse abdominals I spoke about. Okay, and again, use your breath. So point number 1 to think about is your breath. Okay, if you think about your breath, you will actively engage pelvic floor. Breath out, pelvic floor engagement. Breath in, maybe reset into the floor. Breath out. Lift. Breath in. Reset. Okay, from here, swapping sides. So I'll just turn in the opposite direction so you can see me. Okay, hands again beneath the shoulders and coming into that neutral position. Okay, this time I'm keeping my left knee on the floor and I'm lifting my right leg. For me, I just think about breath out as I lift and breath in as I reset. Okay, as you lift, again, not to let the body move from left to right. So keep it stable, keep the hips stable, keep the shoulders stable, and use your breath. Good. 3 more. 4, 2 more. Again, keep everything as stable as possible. 1 more. And relax. Brilliant. Okay, from here, guys, sitting back into that child's pose position once more. Turn the palms of the hands towards the roof. Okay, and then just dropping the head between those hands, keeping the palms of the hands facing towards the roof. Good. Okay, from here, guys, coming onto all fours. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into a cross-legged position. Okay, staying nice and tall on the mat. So just take your time, grab a drink of water if you like. Okay, and then just set yourself up in this cross-legged position. Okay, so from here again, as I spoke about from standing and from all fours, trying to keep as much energy through your upper body as you can. So not letting the shoulders to round forward. I'm just turning the opposite direction. You can see me for the first few reps. Okay, staying nice and tall, so I got a straight line up to my lower back, up into my thoracics, and then up finishing into my head. Okay, so again, relaxing the knees away from each other. When you're ready then, bring the hands nice and wide. Okay, so again, as you can see, I've got a straight line from my right hand through to my left hand, okay, at the opposite side of my body. From here, staying nice and tall, using your breath. What I want you to think about to start off is keep the head neutral at all times. Taking a breath in, then on the breath out, rotate to right or left hand side as far as you can. So I'm rotating over my right shoulder. Okay, and again, I'm getting to that point where I'm stuck, okay, in my lower back, or in my mid back rather. So when you get to that point, I want you to take a breath in. So I'm taking a breath in right now, and then on the breath out, just rotate that slight bit further. So again, don't force it. Just use your breaths. Okay, keep the hands nice and wide, and then reset to center. So you're just pivoting off that axis in your mid back. From here, breath in, breath out, opposite direction. Again, keep the hands nice and high. Keep the head strong. Don't rotate the neck too much. Okay, and then just use your breath and just let yourself drift towards that right or left side. Okay, reset to center. Keep the hands strong. If you need to take a break at any stage, just drop the hands and then reset. Head stay strong. Push that lower back, your mid back through so you're nice and straight through your spine. Take a breath in, breath out. Again, pivoting off that axis in the mid back. Get to that point. Take a breath in. And on the breath out, just rotate that slight bit further. Okay, from there, reset to center. Again, hands stay strong, palms and hands facing towards the roof. Take a breath in. Again, on the breath out, just rotate over that left shoulder as far as you can. Keep the hands strong, keep the head strong, don't let the head drop. Okay, use the breaths. Again, get to that point which you feel you were stuck at. Take a breath in, and on the breath out, just rotate that slightly further. From there, reset to center. Relax the hands. Okay, and take a break on the shoulders. Okay, holding this position, so holding that cross-legged position, just reach the hands in front, palms the hands facing towards the ground, and then just drop the head toward the floor and hold. Okay, when you're ready then guys, bring the 2 feet in front. Okay, keep that bend in the knees. Okay, so 2 heels flat on the floor, 2 feet flat on the floor, and then we're going to fall, dropping our head back onto the mat. Okay, so as we have done from standing, as we have done from all fours, we found that neutral pelvic position. And now we're going to find that position also from a supine or from this lying position with the head back on the floor. Okay, so what I want you to think about is keeping your 2 feet on the floor at all times. Think about again resurrecting the arch in the feet, the big toe and the heel bone of both feet. Keep the feet in line with the hips and in line with the shoulders. Okay, when you're ready then, head stays back on the floor, 2 shoulder blades stay on the floor. Just find that arch in your lower back. So lift the lower back off the mat. But again, you're keeping your waistband and the back of your body on the floor at all times. So you're not lifting your hips off the mat. You're just lifting your lower back off the mat. So if you're to slide your hand in underneath the base of your lower back, there should be some space, okay, for your hand to slide underneath the lower back. Okay, to reverse that, press the lower back into the mat, flatten off that lower back. Head stays back on the floor. And again, from here, if you place your hand in underneath the space in your lower back, your hand should not be able to fit in to that space. Okay, when you're ready then, come to that neutral point between those 2 positions. Okay, and then maintain that position throughout the next few moves, lying flat on the floor. Okay, so head stays back on the ground, guys, at all times. When you're ready then, I want you to bring your left leg or right leg up to tabletop. Okay, so left leg or right leg to tabletop. Point the right toe or left toe towards the front of the room. Okay, and that leg is off the floor. Keep that stability through that leg at all times. You're not letting that leg drop or shin drop towards the floor. Okay, head back on the floor. From here, we're going to do 10 reps off each leg. Hands by the sides. Okay, and then from here, we're going to do a full shoulder bridge through your single leg. So lift the right leg, okay, or left leg, pressing the foot into the floor. Lift up and hold. And at all times, at the end of the move or halfway through the move, I want you to come to that full strong shoulder bridge position through right or left leg. Okay, off we go for 10 reps. Okay, so again, use your breath to lift and to control back to your starting position. Good. 3. If it's too tough, bring the opposite leg to the floor and just continue the move, double leg. Okay, points to think about. Breath. Keeping the left leg or right leg, whatever leg is in the air, stable. Keeping the head stable, keeping the shoulder stable, and actively using pelvic floor, okay, and transverse abdominals to lift your body weight off the floor. Good. 4 more to go. 3, 2 more, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Okay, from here, drop the opposite leg to the floor, reset your neutral pelvic position, and then straight away we swap to the opposite leg. So for me, I'm bringing my right leg into the air, bringing it to tabletop, pointing the toes away from the bodies, keeping nice and strong, and again, not letting my shin or my lower leg drop towards the floor. Okay, from here, shoulders back on the floor, head stays back on the floor, and again, let's use our breath and go for 10 reps. Okay, off we go. So lift, again, shoulders stay on the floor, head stays on the floor, and right leg stays stable at tabletop. Go again. Peel yourself off the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae, and then peel yourself back down to the floor in the same fashion. So lift to control. And again, come to that full shoulder bridge, using pelvic floor, using your breath. Okay, keeping again that stability through the body, through the shoulders, through the head. Try to keep equal pressure on both shoulders as you lift through that left or right leg. Good, 4 to go. Then use the breath. 3 to go. 2 to go. Go to the last one. And relax. Brilliant. Okay, from here, again, 2 feet stay on the floor to start. Okay, just pin the shoulder blades onto the mat. Okay, and then from here, we're going to take to a leg lower. Okay, to start the move, or before we do the move, we're going to keep our 2 feet flat on the floor just to practice the lift of our shoulder blades off the ground. Okay, so head stays back on the floor. Okay, you're in that neutral pelvic position. When you're ready, then I want you to take a breath in, and then on your breath out, just gently lift your shoulder blades off the ground. Okay, so you're coming to that position, but you're not lifting through your neck. So you're lifting through, okay, pelvic floor, but also thinking about lifting from your breastbone, pinning your breastbone onto the mat. Okay, and then lifting everything from breastbone up to that crunch position. Okay, so control. If you want to place the palm of your hand or away from your body, okay, and place your index finger on your breastbone, and then think about lifting the shoulder blades off the ground from that point. Okay, so that's your anchor point, and then lift and release. Okay, so throughout the next few moves, let's focus on lifting from that point. I find that good in terms of placing my index finger on my breastbone, really focusing on lifting from that area and not lifting from my neck. Okay, so pivot from that position, okay, and then come to that position. Okay, so incorporating that point in the next few moves, bring both legs up overhead to extension. Okay, hands go by the sides, okay, or up overhead, whichever you prefer. Point the toes towards the roof. Okay, and then from here, again, let's lift from that anchor point, lifting the shoulder blade off the ground. Okay, so again, actively engaging pelvic floor from that position. We're going to do 6 reps off each leg. Okay, so drop the right leg, reset. Drop the left leg, reset. Good. 12 reps to go. I have 4 done. And again, let's bring our breath into the move. So for me, I breathe out as I drop my leg down, and I breathe in as I bring my leg back towards my second position. Good. 7. Good. For 9. 3 to go. And relax. Okay, we're going to do that move once more. So again, for me, I lift my shoulder blades off the ground. I actively engage pelvic floor, and then throughout my moves, I breathe out as I drop my leg, and I breathe in as I bring my leg back up to my starting position. Okay, so again, lifting through that anchor point at the breastbone, lift the shoulder blades off the ground. Okay, keep the head nice and strong, and then let's go for 12 reps once more, okay, on each leg. If it's too tough, hold behind one leg as you drop the opposite leg. Good. Think about pelvic floor. Think about your breath. 6 reps to go. And relax. Brilliant. Okay, from here, 2 feet come flat back to the floor. Head stays back in the ground. Okay, and then from here, we're going to come into our 100 position, keeping the head back on the floor to start, but again, bringing that point in, okay, lifting the shoulder blades off the ground, lifting through that anchor point at the breastbone. Okay, so from here, 2 legs to tabletop, point the toes away from the body, hands come up overhead to start, with palms of the hands facing away from the head. Okay, and then when you're ready, lift through that point, ensure you're in neutral, lift off, palms of the hands facing toward the floor, point toes away from the body, hold this position for about 90 seconds or so. So point toes away from the body, hands by the sides. Again, you've lifted through the breastbone. So if you feel any tension on your neck, maybe reset the floor, okay, and bring your focus back to that lift through the breastbone, through the pelvic floor, okay, and then from here, it's going to hold for the next 60 seconds. Okay, so again, we're not making it too much for a crunch. We're not actively trying to crunch or change our chest. We're gently holding that position, okay, and again, ensuring that everything stays stable through the body. Okay, 50 seconds to go. If you want to make it tougher, guys, maybe just place the palm of the hands just above the floor and then start to add a pulse through the hands. So again, as you start to make the move a little bit more dynamic, the more control is required through the pelvic floor. So control, use your breath. If you need to bring your focus back to your breath, do so. We've got 35 seconds to go. Okay, but again, actively use your breath, control your breathing, use your breath, okay, to aid the move. So tailbone to pubic bone up towards the navel. Use your breath. Be forceful on your breath out. Try and take 3 or 4 seconds on each breath in each direction. 15 seconds to go. Good, 10 seconds. Get a few more deep breaths in and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exit. Okay, from there, drop the head back to the floor. Okay, and then when you're ready, you're just going to roll onto your right or left hand side. Okay, just doing a bit of single leg work, again, off both legs before our cool down. Okay, so to start off, extend the legs along to the ground, reach the right hand or left hand directly up overhead, and relax the head down onto that right or left arm. Okay, head stays strong. Every joint throughout the body, from the head to the shoulders, through knees and hips and feet, are stacked. Okay, and from here, I want you to bring your left hand directly up overhead. Okay, so whatever hand is directly up overhead, hold that position. You've got an L shape with both arms. Okay, from here, turn the toes to the shins. And then when you're ready, what I want you to do is just lift that top leg off the bottom leg again, actively lifting to the pelvic floor, and then drop back down to your starting position. Okay, what I want you to think about also is as you breathe out, you lift. And as you breathe in, you reset. We're going over 10 reps. Okay, so that's 2, 3. Okay, so you're going for your 10 reps. Count your 10 reps. But again, I'll just talk you through, okay, the points I want you to think about throughout each move here. So breath out, you lift. Breath in, reset. As you lift, you actively engage pelvic floor. Okay, so tailbone to pubic bone on the lift. Tailbone to pubic bone on the breath out. So keep that position with the arm up overhead. So again, actively turn that toe to your shin. 2 more reps. Okay, from here, turn the toe away from the body. Point the toes away. Then from here, just take to a straight leg lift. Okay, so point that toe away from the body as far as you can. Again, keep that position with hands reaching above the head in each direction. Okay, and again, at all times, you should be able to see your big toe. So if you just glance down towards your foot, you should be able to see your big toe. Okay, holding that position. So again, I'm holding that position through my hip joint, through my knee joint, but I'm also focusing on pelvic floor and focusing on my breath to maintain that position. Good. Reach the hands, reach the feet, point the toes, and hold that position. Good. Point the toes as far as you can. Control your breathing so as it becomes difficult to hold the position. Use your breath to maintain that position with the top leg. Okay, from there, drop that leg down, point the toe, reset for a split second. Okay, and then from here, we're going to go for 8 reps with the toe pointing away from the body. Okay, so lift, reset. Again, counter 8 reps, and I'll talk you through the points I want you to think about. Lift, reset, lift through pelvic floor, reset through pelvic floor, lift, breath out, breathe in as you drop back down. 3 to go. 2 to go. 1 more. And relax. Excellent. Okay, bend the knees, take a split second. Okay, to relax that top leg. And then when you're ready, just roll on the opposite side. Okay, and then we'll do the exact same move on the opposite side. Okay, so again, starting off, reach the body long. Okay, relax the head down onto the arm, point the toes. Okay, and then bring the opposite hand up overhead. From here, stack the joints, turn the toes to the shins. Okay, and then from here, let's take to a straight leg lift with the toe turned towards the shin. Okay, so again, lifting through pelvic floor, releasing through pelvic floor, controlling in each direction, keeping the hand directly up overhead. Good. 3 reps. 7 to go. So go for 10 here. 4. 5. Good. Keep counting for your 10 reps. I have 4 left. I'm focusing on my breath. Okay, I'm focusing on each direction that my leg moves and coordinating my breath with the movement of the leg. Good. 1 more to go. And relax. Okay, from here, point the toes away from the body, take it to a straight leg lift. Again, keep the hand directly up overhead. And again, quickly glance up towards the hand and quickly glance towards the foot. You should be able to see both hand and foot at all times. Holding that position, pointing the toe away from the body, maintaining the position with the body, upper body and lower body. Okay, and then using your breaths as the move becomes more difficult, hold that position. Okay, so if you think about anthem for the next 30 seconds, think about your breath. Think about your breath in. Think about your breath out. And what breath is doing, or what each breath is doing, okay, to actively engage pelvic floor, transverse abdominals, and try to draw the belly button towards the spine. Good. Point the toe, hold the position. Good. Again, try to not let that leg drop below that hip level. As you can see, my right foot is just slightly above my hip level. Okay, above that right hip. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from there, once more, reset the position. Right hand comes directly up overhead. Okay, and then from here, taking it to 8 leg lifts with the toe pointing away from the body. Okay, so lift, reset, lift, and reset. Again, you're not letting that upper body move as you lift. So if your upper body is moving, just don't move that top leg as much. So control the lift in each direction. Point toe, lift through pelvic floor, release through pelvic floor. Good. 4 done. 4 to go. 3 to go. 2 more. Again, actively lift through your pelvic floor. Actively release the leg through your pelvic floor. 1 more to go. Lift through your breath out, and then breathe in and relax. Excellent. Okay, from there, guys, from that position, just roll forward. Okay. The last move, then the hands come in front. Okay, point the toes away from the body, as you can see. Okay, and incorporating all the moves we've done thus far. Okay, hands come in front, head stays on the floor, and then what I want you to think about is keeping those hands away from the feet. But as you breathe out, lift the chest off the ground. Okay, so breath in, breath out, lift and hold. Okay, we're going to go for 8 reps. That's 1, 2. Control, as you can see, it's not a rushed movement. Nice controls. 3, 4, 5. Good, 3 to go. 6. Again, use your breath. 2 more. 7. Okay, on the last one, we're going to hold for 10 seconds. So breath in, Okay, breath out, lift and hold. Okay, point the toes, reach the hands. Then you're going to use your breaths, actively engage pelvic floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent stuff, guys. From there, bring the hands by the ribcage once more. Press yourself up into that cobra stretch. And from there, sit back into child's pose. Okay, and then just hold that position for about 15 seconds, and then we will get a stretch to finish off the class. Good. Okay, from there, guys, come on to all fours, on the hands and knees. Okay, and then when you're ready, just push the hips up once more, press the heels, and come into that downward dog position. Okay, from there, walk the hands slowly in toward the feet, come to a stand. Nice and slowly, just make your way up. Okay, from here, feet come together. Place a slight bend in the knees to start to move. Grab the backs, the legs, tuck your chest toward the thighs, and then just hold that position. Next 20 seconds or so, using your breath to let your chest fall towards the floor. Okay, so let that chest fall towards the thighs, let your head fall towards the floor, let your chest fall towards the floor. Okay, as much as possible, just trying to straighten those legs. Okay, from there, slowly feed yourself up to a stand. Okay, from here, again, feet stay in the same position, whatever is comfortable. Okay, and then just gently start to pivot with the hands and with the outside foot. Let the hands go nice and loose, and just change from left to right side with each rotation. Good. Okay, from there, feet again about hip width apart, shoulders back and down. Keep the shoulders facing forward, so left and right shoulders stay forward, facing towards the screen with the wall in front of you. And then just rotate the neck over the right shoulder as far as you can. Okay, reset, opposite direction. Okay, there, reset to center, let the head fall back, look towards the roof. Okay, and from there, just tuck the chin up towards the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent stuff, guys. Just take your time coming over that stretch. Thanks very much for joining me this morning. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Okay, and we will speak to you all soon. Okay, have a good day.